Let's start us off by thanking Holly Eagle for that gifted, no, it wasn't a gifted, that was for yourself, for that sub that came in during my intro. And with that, Chris Nirvana here, and I am going to break down the 2024 March Madness event for Warlord Saga the Storm. Time to call the Psychic Reading Network. There you go. Call me now for your free tarot readings. Leo got you. So what's going on, everybody? A little impromptu stream. I'm telling you, we got some high production value for this one. But it's been a while since I've had to do like an analysis stream. So this is going to be fun. But for those who are not familiar with what we're doing, I'll give a little bit of a breakdown just in a sec. Ariel has been preventing me from to play Warlord. Hopefully all is good, Caton. But good to see you again, bud. Hope everything is well. You know, we're always here. Whenever you're ready to come back and play, we got you. Look, it's like you all haven't been around. This intro music has been going for like the last event and a half. Come on. This is what happens when you all get the heads up and know that I'm going to go live. This music, hopefully the music isn't too loud though. Music is good though now as I speak, or is it a little? There we go. Turn that down. There we go. Getting there. There. The music is fire. Look at this. High production value, as we said. Need a special message like Resto. There you go. Exactly. I love you all equally. But anyway, let's explain what is going on to anyone who's watching, being like, what the heck? Like, what are we talking about here? What we're talking about is hats. That's what we're talking about. All kinds of hats. Bad hats, funny hats, normal hats. That's what we got. Starting us off. Shout out to good old St. Peter's Peacocks. Speaking of March Madness, let's get that hat off going right now. No hat, credibility. Get out of here. No hat, no credibility. I see how it is. The bald head is just too much for y'all. But all right, I'm gonna try and get this out without an interruption, but I'm sure I'll be interrupted. This is just how my audience is. So for those who are not aware of what we're doing here, every year, this is the second year we do this, the online Warlord community likes to do a little March Madness bracket, single elimination style, in honor of the NCAA tournaments that are going on and famously go on during March. So we started with this last year. Every player who registers is ranked based off of their Player of the Year points from last year. So you just rank them all from 1 to however many we got, and we fill out a bracket. So this year, we got a little less. We got 29 players instead of the 32 perfectly that we had last year. So we went down a little bit, and some people got some buys. But either way, bracket's still out. A lot of fun activities going on around it. Anybody who is part of the Warlord Discord community, you can go there and fill out a bracket yourself as well. There is going to be a prize to whoever gets the most accurate bracket, but signups are closed for this event, so apologies if you missed it. You were a little late, but you can send all complaints to Wes directly. We can thank as the organizer of this event. You can also complain to Graham too. Why not? Doesn't hurt to send him a whole bunch of messages. He'll answer them. Wes might ignore you, but Graham will at least answer, even if he doesn't know. So with that, we're going to go section by section. I'm going to fill out my bracket as part of that little game and where I see. I'm also going to give a little bit of a reasoning into why. I got to consider a few things. The player, the matchup, the Warlords, all of that will go into it. I'll definitely be talking about it myself. But I do want to preface this, just like I prefaced last year. What I am about to do is completely opinionated. It is not facts. I am fallible. I make mistakes. If I pick against you, suck it up, Buttercup. I don't care. But this is just my opinion. So with that, we can start diving right into this. And again, we got, as I said, high production value for this stream here, folks. I am using MS Paint. And I have it, the bracket up here. Don't worry, I'm going to zoom in on each section as we fill it out. But I'm literally going to be editing, copy and pasting, and doing this in MS Paint as we go, because that is the true way to fill out a bracket. None of this Excel BS. Get out of here. You copy and paste with the snippet tool in MS Paint. That's how you do this. Don't even pay for Microsoft Office. Don't pay for Adobe Photoshop. This is what y'all got to do. And if you're like, Chris, I got a Mac. Well, I feel bad for you. I'm sorry. Macs suck as computers. Phones, you're good. But as for computers, nah. Screw that. With that, let's zoom on in. We're going to start in the top left, so the northwest region, if you will. So look at this. We zoom in. And, ooh, maybe I zoomed a little too... Oh, I got to zoom more. There we go. Almost getting there. So, let's start. Bobby, get out of here. So, let's start us off with the fact that there are buys. So, the top 3 seeds get buys because of the numbers that we have. So, the number 1 overall points leader from last year was Graham. So, pats himself on the back, gives himself the buy. There you go. He is playing Tavis, so he's really being a tryhard. So let's see, what do we got? Oh man, you guys are savage in the chat. You're not even talking about this, but anyway, let's start with it. Graham, the overall number 1, and I think he sees that and he's like, I gotta go hard. I gotta go Tavis, and people do usually go hard for this one. They'll play a top tier Warlord. And give it their all. So I think Graham is also feeling, because I should know there's some pressure that comes being the number 1 overall seed. That's right. It was number 1 last year. And almost got bounced by disc golf in the first round, Lord Winter versus Raziel. But we made a decent run. We lost to Midge in the top 4, top 8. I don't remember which. Midge, where did you beat me? I don't remember. Was that the 4 or the 8? Can't remember. I think it was the round of... I think it was the final 4, if I'm not mistaken. I think I won the region. Anyway, let's stop talking about me. Let's start talking about these matchups. All right. It was 4. Okay, cool. So, not too bad. Got to make the final 4 again. But anyway, Graham defeats the bye, obviously. So, I already have that filled out. There we go. We'll talk about Graham more later. So let's scroll on down to fellow content streamer in person complaining here in the chat that they put a bad deck. We got Wyvern versus Sanjington, the moderator of this chat. Look at that. He's got the mod versus the competition. What do we do here? But 16 and 17 seeds, so that's the equivalent of the 8-9 seed in the actual NCAA tournament. So this is about as close as it comes. And I can see that. I can see Sanji and Wyvern being a very equal matchup, especially with what we got here. So Sanjington running Natural Hate. They just put, or High Priest Natural. I don't know. Technically, Hate is not even in his name, but the one thing I'm going to do is I'm going to rip apart Wes for his short-handed, I'm not going to try and make this perfect bracket. So there's a lot of funny things, and this is what you get after he asked us to proofread it and tried to make sure that there were no misspellings or anything like that. So this just makes it even funnier as we notice these things as we go along. So we got High Priest Natural versus Salazar. Salazar is the mercenary promo warlord that does goofy things. I think he was a promo, right? I don't think he came actually in a pack. He was towards the end of 40, but he puts demons and monsters into play. So that's what he does. So Wyvern over here is telling everybody how bad his Salazar deck is. That could just be a false flag operation. We don't know. Could just be him talking out his ass. It could be really like, hey, I just didn't want to play Alisara for the 800th event in the row, so let me try something else, and here we go with Salazar, who's almost exactly the same anyway. God, he's going to drop dragons. He's going to drop mercenaries, because that's what Wyvern does. Wyvern really wants to surprise us. He needs to not play dragons in one of these tournaments, because that'd be off-brand, if you will. But yeah, check out his channel. You can see he actually spells Wyvern here, so I don't actually have to spell it for you. But check out his Twitch channel if you want to see some more stuff, and his YouTube as well. But Sanjitan's running High Priest Natural, so this is a Cleric Seer backed up with Serene Karatchuk. This is Sanji with his level 3 likes to start Herg and the good old Pit Fighter. He was like bonuses for actions and just use him just for loyalty's reward. So I'm imagining that's the same exact deck Sanji's running. Maybe he tweaked it a little bit. So that's what we got. On paper, Warlord wise, I would say Hate is probably the favorite. I would say the better Warlord. Depending on, again, Salazar's ability kind of lends you to not build back your ranks. And if High Priest Natural is going to attack the back ranks as part of its main strategy, could be bad news bears, but depends. Salazar has bodyguard. There's a lot of ways out. So again, pretty even match. I do give the edge Warlord wise to that. Now when it comes to player wise, I kind of give the edge to Wyvern because Sanji is a new dad. I don't even know if he's actually going to play this game. He signed up for Pod Ancients and decided he was going to start conceding every single round. So is this going to be him finally playing some games? I don't know. I saw him do some testing yesterday, so it very well could be. I'm going to assume this one is scheduled. Round 2 is up in the air. There you go. Okay, that's true. You got a whole lot of notice for that one. So based on that, a little insider information off the presses right here, I am going to pick good old High Priest Natural to get the W here. Look, as I said, oh, I already messed up. I cannot even use the snippet tool the right way, folks. So this is what we do. Wow, look at that. Almost perfect. So we're going to pick Sanji to take this one. Would not shock me if Sanji has to concede, but I'm going to take a risk here and see what we got. So, talking about one spicy matchup and going down, still in the same region, right next to it. Good old Midge and Woodrow. So, Midge, who lost in the finals of March Madness, if I'm not mistaken. Again, beat me in the top 4. He is running Naro Yaw, which is an interesting, spicy pick for him, versus good old Woodrow, Kingswood Games himself, running his try-hard Tavis deck. And just a general comment, because now I've talked about Tavis twice with 2 different players. There's 2 Tavis, there's 2 Raziel. After that, everyone 2 for Traka. Everyone else, unique. Good spread of Warlords, I will say. So few people need to stop cramping styles, but technically Wild Bill didn't even pick his Warlord. We'll get to that in a bit. But let's talk about Midge versus Woodrow. So they were just paired for the play-in game that was scheduled for Pod Ancients not too long ago. They were supposed to play actually 40 minutes ago. But Woodrow apparently had to concede because he was too busy. Hopefully doing some very important work, such as 5th edition. But, so that kind of, they don't get to play there, but then whether or not they get to play here or not, that's what's going to be a question. Is Woodrow going to flake out again? So, again, I love how this analysis has to come down to just the player, whether or not they're going to try or not. The Northwest is the do they show up bracket. That's what we're going with. Player wise, obviously Midge is much better than Woodrow. That is just a fact. There's no contest. Midge is one of the best players who's ever played this game, and he can beat Woodrow any day whenever they try. But it's really got to come up to matchups here now. So the fact that it's Naro Yaw is I know it's a good old trick deck that tries to get out Supremus and do some things there. Yeah, exactly. Bobby might remember this one over here. So whether or not Midge can actually play this deck, I'm sure he can. He is intelligent enough, but he has not played it. Well, so I don't think he can play it as well as say Mr. Zabrowski over here. He's got reps. Okay, I don't know. He's probably got more reps with Lorcana than he does for this. So his pick of Warlord is what has me, a little iffy on him. If this was like, but like that's saying like, so like Midge running Yaw has me worried, but Woodrow actually showing up to play this also has me worried. The only thing Woodrow's going to show up. Let's see, I played it once in a 2v1. There you go. That kind of counts. You played it in some pickup games at Chingtown. Okay, look, see, they're having a conversation over here. But you can tell then that Midge has not played this deck. Midge can figure it out, but he'll probably miss some intricacies. So if Woodrow actually plays this game, I would consider picking an upset here. Tavis going blind the gods and then just having a better army could really stop this Yaw combo. So there's a lot of other things that could, disrupt it. But Warlord wise, I would pick Tavis, but I'm gonna pick Midge, and I really want to pick Woodrow here just to kind of motivate Midge to make sure he gets reps with his deck. But I am gonna pick him under the assumption that Woodrow is gonna concede, because that is a Woodrow thing to do. Just sign up for an event and then not playing it. Let's go. So we got Midge over here. Now let's go down to the last matchup in round 1 of the Northwest over here. We got Wild Bill, affectionately called Trucker, playing Trucker, good old Fatraka, versus Rain, the MVP of Strategic and the best Overlord in Strategic, running Etro Bloodvine. So that's a super controlly Warlord that's very much up Rain's alley. It's something I think he has played before in the online events, so he's very familiar with it. Wild Bill has played for Traka as well, though. I believe this is the deck that he is running is one that he ran during Strategic. And the funny story is he just signed up for this, but didn't pick a Warlord or send a deck list to Wes. And then the time came up, and Wes was like, what do I do? He asked the Medusan Lords, and he's like, you know what? I think I'm just going to give him the last Warlord he played, which was Fatraka. And just, that's how you signed him up. That's what it is. We already have a deck list for you. It's legal, and you know how to play it. So, yeah, play this deck, because we know it's on your on deck. So, that is how Wild Bill got Fatraka. But he had a lot of success with it in Strategic. I believe there was one match that he pulled. I think he killed the most Warlords actually in Strategic, if I'm not mistaken. He kept getting thrown into matches and just trucking people. So pun intended. There we go. But I know there was one Strategic match that he completely crushed it and was like won in like 5 minutes. And then just talking with Josh on the side, Josh told me that he won his match while he was drinking and playing poker, and he had the Warlord game on his phone, and that's how he played, and that's how he won, which is very impressive. So whether or not he decides to do the same thing here, that'll probably decide the outcome. So please find a poker game, we'll make it happen. But overall, though, obviously Rain probably gets the edge play-wise here. Etra, though, again, Etra was dominant in Epic Edition with the stun rule, but now that stun rule has changed since Etra's release, like, it's a lot harder to get some offense with Etra. It's a super controlly deck. You need Cerebral out there so that you can start doing wounds to these stun characters. But this Fatraka really wants to like slow march some big guys to the front. So Etra will be able to fend that off and push people around. So any Karachuks that go to the front, push it back. But if it is slow march, though, second you push it back, you just kind of skip an order and move them forward again. Because even though you're in the front rank, slow march doesn't end. So that will be a problem for Etra. It depends. So like if it's an actual slow march, then it's all good. If it's something else, again, if it's Serene Karachuk at a Fatraka, it's fine. If it's a normal Fatraka, could be like a very standard one. I think then kind of loses, but I'm pretty sure Wild Bill plays all the big guys. So that's what I expect here. Apologies, I have a lot of notifications going on. Oh, it's just stupid people. Never mind. Love you, AJ. It's you blowing up this. I know you're not watching. But anyway, so Wild Bill versus Ray. This is tough again. Like I like the Warlord for Fatraka. Like straight up, I think he would beat Etra. But I do like Rain over Wild Bill player wise. So and he's got familiarity with Etra. So very tough call. I'm gonna go spicy here. Let's do it. Let's piss off Rain. Let's pick Wild Bill in an upset. Mainly because this is gonna be a risk here. Mainly because if Etra gets to round 2 against Naro Yaw, I don't think Etra wins that game anyway. So I'm gonna take a risk that I'd not miss out on somebody going further by picking Rain. I think Rain would stop here anyway versus either Yaw or Tavis. So he's like, don't do it. Don't you do it. Prove me wrong, brother. Prove me wrong. I got to pick some upsets here. So, all right, we're going to go Wild Bill with Fatraka. Then let's go back up to the top of this section. Yes, you did beat the bye. You're already here. If you showed up one time, you would have seen this. So Graham versus Sanjington. Graham running a try-hard Tavis deck. Sanjington, like we talked about, Serene Garechuk. Depends how fast Sanji can get that combo. If Graham and Tavis, if he's got Blind the Gods, or like some kind of anti-card draw, Hate's going to be in trouble and just go down. But if not, I could see Hate posing some problems. Getting Karachuk out very fast means those guys are going to rank back, but then that also means that he'll have ranks to block it. It'll come down to whether or not Sanji can roll even against the Jackals that are going to sit in rank 4. Your bracket is buzzing. There you go. I love starting it off. I am 37-0 versus Sanji's Hate. Get out of here. See, I actually tracked when I threw out a big number and a claim like that. I actually had it recorded and tracked, so that's why it works. But I mean, Tavis again, probably just the better deck, but could be an upset. Sanji did say the second round is iffy, and we're gonna say that Graham gets the W here, but we're gonna say Graham gets the W by being a schedule shark and intentionally trying to schedule to make sure Sanji cannot play this game and force Sanji to concede when he gets really annoyed and bored with this. So I don't think they're going to actually play a game. I think Graham's going to get a second bye because this is rigged. So let's go down here. For Traka versus Yaw, I really don't want to pick Midge here because, again, like I think he should lose here. I would think he should lose to Fatraka as well. Nothrogs with the table going up against Yaw, like that's a rough matchup. I'm literally only going to make this pick because of... Oh, come on, this thing ain't working now. I'm only going to make this pick because of the player here. I am putting my money on Midge here. And we're going to give him this. I really wish Midge played a different Warlord. I just am very doubtful of him with y'all. Any other Warlord, baby. You picked Midge. Oh my god, oh my god. You got to actually play your games. Look at this. I thought you were too busy to play Midge. And now you're not too busy to watch my stream. I appreciate that. But here we go. We got Midge versus Graham in the finals here. Midge would probably try against Graham. That's the best part. Midge would be like, oh, it's going to be Graham. Oh, I got to really go. I got to practice this. What's the matchups? Let me see his deck list. Did he go on stream and then like really do some research? He would be absolutely motivated to do this. But I don't know. Like, Yeah, I was saying, like, if Woodrow actually plays this game, I think Travis can take down Yaw. But Bobby will point out that he was Flanzi's only loss in Swiss at Worlds. So, damn if you do, damn if you don't. It comes down to whether or not Midge can play it as well as Bobby, which I don't think he can. I think he can learn, and hopefully he would have at least one game in after playing Trucker. He'd have one game of experience in and know it. Yeah, that's right. Okay, cool. Go ahead. Show up. There you go. Break my bracket, Woodrow. I would have picked you here, but I don't think you're showing up. So, calling it out so you actually show up and play them. So when it comes down to this, I think I'm just going to go Graham. I think it's a safer pick. Just to not risk anything too much, because Midge has got a lot of bad matchups on his bracket. He got a bad draw. So I could see an upset coming in with a deck that he's not comfortable with. Somebody who keeps a look at it, he's playing. Exactly. So if this was a Darmy, I'm picking Midge all the way. But it's not. So we're going Graham here. And that'll be the Northwest region. Let me get that up. Come on. Ooh, sorry. Gotta zoom out the right way just so we can... There we go. Almost got it. Told you guys. High production value. So there we go. We got Graham taking the Northwest region. So let's go Southwest now, because I want to talk about myself. Because I love me. Here we go. Chris Vack, the 5th seed. I was surprised I actually had a 5th seed, considering all the goofy stuff I played last year. But apparently I am... you get a lot of points for playing Chosen when nobody else plays Chosen. So I am up against... Bobby just is like, whoa, take it easy. So I am paired up against the People's Champion of Strategic. We got good old Ed, Adelian Daunt, I guess is Dauante or whatever, however you want to say it. We'll just call him Ed. So, funny story about this. A couple nights ago, I had a PM from Ed just ask if I wanted to play a pickup game with him. He's like, and I was like, it's midnight on the East Coast. I'm very much asleep, but I answered him in the morning. And he just said, oh, yeah, I just wanted to really test the deck out. I was like, what deck were you going to test out? He's like, Tarek. I'm like, oh, boy. So, good thing I didn't test with you that day, bud, because I would have just saw what my round 1 opponent would have been. So, I mean, good old Tarek Justicebringer. Talk about fan favorites. So Ed leaning into that. Again, the People's Champ of Strategic running. Good old Tarek Justicebringer. Yes, he is good aligned. That is true. That's not how it worked. What do you mean it's not how it worked? How did it work then, Graham? Explain it to me. Type it out. You don't get to come on here and do this. I'm not sitting in a Discord channel. It's too bad. How did it work then? It's 2022 points? You didn't get extra points for Chosen. Yeah, I deserve to get extra points for Chosen. Okay. You know what? Then maybe I should have been like a 3 seed and got a round off. Instead, I'm very much threatened by Tarek Justicebringer. Thank you. But anyway, I'm running Dorath, which was a pick by Iceman, who claimed the 3rd checkbox for the Warlord giveaway that we got and was able to name a Warlord that I play in any event. He named Dorath. He gave me a good Warlord, one that he played against me in the first online event we did, and that's why he picked him. And I'm like, okay, I have a good Warlord, and March Madness is coming up. This is the tournament to do it. So I built that Dorath deck in about 10 minutes because I was like, this is pretty easy. I've seen Midge play it. I've seen Iceman play it. There's a few on SagaTheStorm.com and the deck archive too. You can go take a look at that. So I kind of just took a look at all those and then was just kind of like, all right, cool. Now I got all the inspiration. Where do I go? What do I pick from it? And how do I fit it to my playstyle? So built up that deck and got that. So Dorath was one of the Warlords that I had to play on stream. And then I also have to play the Broken Earth. So that means since I'm not playing the Broken Earth here in March Madness, I'm playing the Broken Earth for April. I just did a lot of testing with that one. It's a little harder. Hosh threw me a curveball. More on Hosh in a minute, don't you worry. I think Tarek will roll lots of evens. Oh, if Tarek rolls lots of evens, I'm in trouble. So that's what we got. We got a matchup here. Dorath is clearly the better Warlord. I'm sorry, Ed. I am clearly the better player because I am full of myself. But you probably had like the people's vote. Like, I think everybody but Bobby and Midge and probably Yotaka Fish, Whirlfall, and anyone else who was on Team Dwarf. They might dislike you, but everybody else kind of rooting for you to kick my ass. And if you kick my ass with Tarek Justicebringer, that'll be even better. So, that will slap. So, I think I'm going to pick myself to win. Because if I don't pick myself, I feel people are going to think that I'm going to throw the game. And I do not want that. Integrity is very important to me. Accuse me of cheating and I will scream at you. Just ask Wes. So there we go. But I really want to see what Tarek has. See, Ed, what you got cooking, because you know damn well I'm going to stream this. So, Ed, just let me know what we're gonna play this bad boy. But I'll give myself the round 1 W here. And then going down, we got Hosh, Sir Hosh, running Raziel against Slugman, who he only plays one deck, and it's our deck. So, I'm funny to think about this bracket, because we'll also get to it in a bit. Like, I'm pretty sure, like, I gotta check back. I could have sworn, like, Josh was, like, in the same bracket area as me last time, too. I don't know if we played or not. I don't think so. I think he might have lost. I don't know. But I feel like I was in a bracket side with Slugman. I'm pretty sure Iceman, who I played, was also in the same bracket side. And I think Sly Fox might have been in there too, if I'm not mistaken. So, like, this side of the bracket over here, this Southwest, there's some fishiness going on here. Looks a little too deja vu. But Hosh wasn't around for this one, so that's good. But Hosh being a 21 seed is very hilarious. He is a much better player than that, but he didn't play the whole year. He only started playing after he went to Gen Con, did well with regular Magic Band, and was like, hey, winning in this game is fun. Let me try and do it more. So, but he's rocking Raziel, which is interesting because I didn't think he plays elves. I don't think he plays good decks either. He likes to play goofy shit. And that is what his states people will say. All I saw from AJ was messages saying, like, Hosh would be one of the best players in this game if he actually played good decks, but he likes playing jank stuff. But then, like, if you take away the jank, is he actually Hosh? No, it's true. What's the source of your power? But Raziel, you could do janky stuff with Raziel and it'd still be good. It just allows you to play the jank, because if it's jank that's not good at this point, you can just discard it to trigger Raziel's ability. But Raziel versus Artek. This is a very bad matchup for Josh and Artek over here. Mainly, it really is going to depend on which build, which of the 100 builds that Josh has. But I don't think any of them are going to stop like a first action Zin's attention for that. Actually, I don't think you hit Artek with the first action because you're starting Javins most likely. But okay, so that helps. Artek doesn't get Zin's attention until he gets to rank 2, but he's obviously going to have Exhaustion. He's obviously going to have Infinity's End, which could be very bad. Artek orders up, gets Infinity's End, a Javin swings and kills him, GG's. Like, it very well could just be that. So a lot of bad for Slugman, even though he is the seed favorite here, the good old Nothrog Overlord himself. I got to pick Raziel. I do think Raziel is just a very bad matchup for Artek. And I don't think there's anything Josh can do, no matter how well he knows this Warlord. It's still a one-dimensional Warlord. So there's only one way to go about it. Get out of here. This is technically an upset. So there. How about that? So let's pick Hosh to take the W there. Going down, we got Iceman with Kira Sineri going up against Ravenous the Elder. So Ravenous the Elder is the 4th edition version of Ravenous On. But good old Burnout. What is Burnout doing playing Free Kingdoms? What's going on? Iceman playing Kira, I understand that. He's played that deck before, It's, Mr. Steal Your Man. That's basically what this deck is. Just look away. No, what's going on with here? I need some answers, Burnout. Like Hosh is playing elves, Burnout's playing freaks. This is why we shouldn't like strategic. You see, all of a sudden you faction loyalists start moving out. You know what? Maybe we should do strategic more often because I like it when faction loyalists decide to branch out. It's just interesting to do it here in March Madness. So curious to see what's going on with that one. Burnout was part of the Free Kingdoms team, if I'm not mistaken. So that could just be a deck that you played there, and now maybe you like it a little bit. I don't know. But it really will depend on how that build goes then. Ravenous the Elder could be a me Warlord. He very much was in 4E. Like, he'd go to the front. He has a lot of healing. He can play those water actions. And then, he just plays like Divine Barrier and some weird stuff. And then kaboom, you're dead. Whether or not you build it like this in Ancients, I don't know. If you're building him as a support warlord, then that's a bad matchup for Kira scenario. That means Ravenous is in trouble because Kira is going to steal a lot of characters. The good thing is Free Kingdoms characters tend to have a lot of skill, so that will help out for sure. But really gonna depend. Like, Iceman knows this deck. The Free Kingdoms Burnout, I don't think you had to play many games. You kind of sat on the sidelines, but you're somebody who would actually test. I'm sure you'd be like, yo, Zito, let's pop up a game and get some practice in. So I feel like you will definitely test this deck more than Midge. This is a tough one. I could see Burnout taking out Iceman. Iceman tends to have, like, really weird luck, where, like, usually when he's in situations of assured victory, he finds the most spectacular way to blaze out and lose. But this is close. Like, I really like Ravenous, but Burnout, look at this. I'm doing this while you're here. You're not the first one, and you're not the last one. I told Rain he was a round one loss too. I'm just going against the freaks here. That's all I'm doing. I'm going to pick Iceman, do this. I really think that the matchup, again, I don't know this Ravenous deck. I'm taking a guess. I'm going to guess that you're building up with some like level 3s and 4s. I think Kira will steal all of them, and then that'll be it. Rulings, question mark. Yeah, that's what Iceman gives. But I think he knows this deck very well. It is a glass cannon deck, though, so if Burnout gets some fast early offense, I can see Vic losing this. This is a very good matchup. This will be a good game to watch, I think. But I'm going to say Iceman 2-1. That's where I think we're going. Speaking of good matchups, here we go. Imagine being Sly Fox, the 4th overall seed, technically the top seed in your side of the bracket as 4, and you're running King Zod. And who you get is Godino. Like, how is he ranked 29th? Mainly because he took many months off. But Godino is a much better player than a 29 rank. That's why I love these ranks, because they're not based off of, like, your actual play skill. It's just, hey, how have you participated? So that's always fun. I guess it's good then you don't insult people. Be like, yeah, you're ranked like this because you suck. But anyway, Godino does not suck, and his Warlord does not suck. He's playing the Nemesis. So this is a very interesting match. I'm very curious which flavor of Zod Sly went with. So like, if it's usually when you see Zod, you think traditional Uber. You've seen Godino run Zod as traditional Uber, and Godino done very good with that. So, like, Godino knows that deck. He's piloted himself, so I'm assuming he knows how to beat it. But I don't think Sly's running that. I think Sly is running the aggressive search for some steeds, get a King's Lady or Gerard's Heirloom onto Zod, get up to the front rank, obliterate no prisoners, and go super aggressive. I have played against Sly. Ironically enough, I played against Godino, got beat by him playing Zod, got so bad that the left side of my face paralyzed because I got punched from the king himself. Then I had to go and play Sly Fox in the Cut-It Worlds, and I was just like half-brained, and Sly Fox beat me with the Rush Zod. So like, this is gonna be he doesn't deserve a bye. There you go. That's a very good first-time chat from you, Wade946. I love it. Like, this guy doesn't deserve it. So, like, I could see this going. I think then if it's that Sly Fox, I'm going to say it's that Zod. I don't think he's running Uber. If he's running Uber, then I think he has an edge against Nemesis here. But if he's running the other version, Nemesis with Venom Vines, all the Planner, and Sever the Flesh just bringing back, I can see him beating Zod. Hopefully he's running Foul Blight, which would be very big in this matchup. It depends on what his build is. Zod rules, Zod Tower is best. Oh, man. I'm sorry, Gilberto. I know Zod usually is the best, but I really haven't picked too many spicy picks. So I'm going to go with a spicy pick. And Sly Fox, my fellow content creator, is going to be really upset with me. I see a lot of people picking Sly too, which is fine. So that's why I'm gonna go try and bet on the upset happening here. I'm gonna take Gardino again. Gardino might just be like Rusty and show up and be like, "Oh yeah, you win, man." Like, he might make a mistake game one, be so angered with himself that he messed up that he just concedes game two, and it's like, that's it. I'm gonna go do something else. I'm sorry. He's done that. We've seen him do it. But this is where I'm gonna go with the upset. I'm expecting German Zod running Kingsley. Yeah, like exactly. That's what I think too. If it's Uber, then I would pick Sly. But I'm gonna say it's the aggressive. And again, Sly could still win that match easily. Just it's gonna really depend on if he rolls even or not. If Untapped decides it's not giving out even numbers today, Sly loses. So that's, and if Untapped decides it's going to give Godino a bunch of recursion, then that's it. So I'm going to go spicy pick here. Let's pick Godino with the round one upset. Alrighty, so up here, speaking of spicy, okay, so me versus Hosh with Dorath versus Raziel. Somebody asked me about this in chat. About like assuming that if I played against Hosh, how would I feel about that? And I think my response was, yeah, it'll come down to who draws more characters and who can keep their characters on the board. So it's about as big of a non-answer as you can give. I think this would be a really good matchup. Against Raziel, I would have Dorath. Oh, here's a little spicy. This is the Dorath is the deck I know, so I can talk about that. Starting Amenasi's Wrath is certainly going to help me out against Raziel, because I can use the Wrath to eat those Javins, you play a Final Power to eat a Javin, bounce my Wrath, play the Wrath, kill a Javin. Like, I can do a lot of that, which without playing any card, well, playing one card if it's a spell from my hand, like doing that can really chew through Raziel's very frail army. Without having to play cards. So I can already kill two Javins and then just hope that I roll even with some other stuff. But bad things can happen too. I like Zod, Morgan Toils. Yeah, exactly. That's the good Zod. I like that. Rodrigo thinks Raziel has the edge against Dorath. I kind of like the way I built this Dorath deck. Obviously, all the cards that I draw are going to be good. I mean, if I draw my Staff of Secrets against him, I hope that's the one he rips out, because he's obviously not going to be drawing any cards. I could see myself losing here. Very familiar with Raziel. No, I've played that deck a lot. So I think I can take him out. It'll be a good matchup. Would not be surprised if I lose, but I am not going to bet against myself here. I think Raziel having a frail army, my deck being very offensive focused, I think I can, and Spellblitz focused, so I don't have to worry about rolling even. I think I can do that. And if somehow he gets a Devour up to the front rank and gets off a first action, Mental Assault on me, DC 19s. I mean, Dorat's got a lot of skill, so that's good. And he's a cleric, so I got cleric things in there. Don't worry about that. So I'm going to say Dorath takes the W there. Then we got Nemesis versus Kira. In this matchup, again, I'm picking Godino as a upset against Sly. So usually, if it kind of want to go with that very low chance upset, you usually want them to lose in the next round of the bracket, so it's not that big of a risk. But against this, will Godino know this Kira deck and be able to play against it? That's what I would say. Because Kira is not a very popular Warlord. Godino kind of plays in his spare time for fun, so he might get caught flat-footed from Kira. Like moving a Jackals up and then having it just stolen with its 0 skill will be very, very bad. But Iceman's ranks are frail, which Nemesis can be stupid aggressive with. So Warlord wise, I give it to Godino. I'm gonna pick him. Let's just ride this upset and hope that that's what pays off for me on this bracket. So then Nemesis versus Dorath, me versus Godino. It's pretty much very similar decks. I don't have recursion, he does. We probably have very similar character bases. So that's bad. We both, his is all just about recursion. I can do some tricks with bouncing, which will help out. Probably has the edge Warlord-wise, Nemesis. Let's see. Nemesis is a counter from Zod because don't cause damage. Kill it. It's bad. I hear you. Kira, I think, can destroy the front ranks easily. Yeah, absolutely. So let's see. I would think that Godino would have the edge here, but I'm gonna bet on myself. I think Nemesis is the better version of Dorath, and Godino will be really excited to play me. He'll get nervous. He'll make some play mistakes, and then he'll be like, "God damn it!" But I like playing with Godino. I haven't played against you in a while, bud. I don't even know if you're gonna watch, but hey, watch me pick myself over you. Get out of here. So, Warlord-wise, it probably should be Nemesis, but I've already taken a risk by taking Godino as an upset twice. I ain't gonna do it a third time. We're done there. So, Southwest is picked. Oh, what do you know? I picked myself to win. There we go. Pat's on back. You're not, buddies. Get out of here. He's not your friend, guy. Alrighty, let's go to the Northeast. We like the Northeast. So here we go. Oh, it's got to actually look good on screen. Sorry. It doesn't look the same on my screen, guys. Ooh, I got to get it a little bit bigger. The one thing I do want to point out is first of all, good old West, the organizer of this event, he's somehow a 3 seed, just enough to get a bye. How'd that work out? Not only that, he's the only bye that actually is ranked. He's playing against the 30th seed bye, whereas Graham played against the unranked bye. And the person down below also is an unranked buy. So, very funny over here. But Wes playing Trevor. This is a deck you don't have to think too much about. His Trevor deck is, can I draw multi-wounding range shots with marksmanship, get to the front rank, and shoot you for the win? Turn 1. That's what he wants to do. He clearly hates this game. He doesn't enjoy playing it. He wants his match to be done in 2 minutes so that he can stop playing this game and go do anything else. That is what he's trying to do with his Trevor. But here we go. Let's see. Let's go down to the next matchup. We got Zant running good old... oh, God. Here we go. How do you pronounce this? Seer, Kair, Mr. Adinarak. Master Assassin Seer. Running against the other Raziel, which is the Thing. What is going on here? The Thing, what are you doing running elves? You're a free kingdom through and through. And all of a sudden, like, you played Ducat with elves once, and now you're like, these elves are kind of good. I think I've been on the wrong side all of my life. Let me change factions over here. So the Thing, running Raziel. Raziel, again, great deck. Love Raziel for sure. Going against a stealth elf. Xant's been having a lot of success with Stealth Warlords. He did very well with Seer. He did very well with Trespass, so it's very much in his style. How that deck does against Raziel, though, oh boy, that's tough. Usually you need a lot of cards to get Stealth in. The fact that he has built-in Stealth will help, so he doesn't need to like draw a Reconnaissance, draw a Threatened to get in. He can just, if I got a Portable Hull, I put that down, and then that's how I Stealth in. So that helps, but oh, you feel so sweaty and dirty. Okay, good. Lean into it, my friend. Lean into it. So he's rocking again. Raziel's a tough matchup for Seer. So Xant, if you can pull this off, like I would be shocked here. So, yeah, you say Seer. Okay, cool. Let's see. 4th tournament in a row. You've said this. What did I say? I wasn't paying attention to you, Graham. I was too busy talking to the fine folks here. What did I say for the 4th time? This is like the 4th tournament in a row you said this. What did I say? I don't even know. But let's see. I mean, Raziel's is a tough matchup. Seer has been updated since taking 3rd. That's all I'll say. Ooh. Hopefully it goes up and not down. It could be a downgrade for all we know. You may be trying to upgrade it and you might accidentally downgrade. You know, you mess with the recipe. Sometimes it doesn't come out as good. And then you live with regrets. I just think Raziel's like a really bad matchup for you. That's what it is. I'm going to pick Raziel here. I think the thing is going to take this. Xant, prove me wrong. But I think it's just a bad matchup for you. If you get paired up against a lot of almost anyone else in your bracket, if you get paired up against Wes, I think you're favored. But Raziel is the absolute worst matchup for you, I think. So I can see the thing taking this down. Raziel took down Trespass, but I like Seer more. Ooh, I like it. Now, Gilberto, don't worry. It's all good. We love Brazil over here. It's all good. You guys have some awesome people who play Warlord with us and who come and watch our streams, so we enjoy that. Your English is better than most Americans. Don't worry. you just wrote that sentence and didn't have any spelling errors, so come on, you're doing better than most. Alrighty, so let's get the thing going here. Oh man, Wes, I love the little red squiggly line for misspelling on Dragon Base Abe. He did not right click and say ignore this mark in Microsoft Word when typing this out. But oh my god, that's so funny. Dragonbane running Balam Nock versus Xenomorph with Sagrita. Balam Nock could be a few different things. It could be a combo deck where you try and first action shoot them for 3 wounds, and if that's the case, then he's kind of in trouble. But if he's playing just a straight Balam Nock deck with some Assassin's Arrows and some things, you know, then he might have a shot. But Xenomorph running Sagrita is basically a different flavor of Zod. You know how there's this Dr. Pepper, and then some people from back in the day might remember Dr. Thunder, the Walmart version of Dr. Pepper. It tasted just as good. So there you go. But Sagrita is a deck that Xeno's been running a lot recently. So he's got tons of reps with it. Dragonbane going Balam is interesting. I haven't seen him really run Novrogs. You know, he's run devs. He's an elf person who hasn't run elves in a while. He was on Team Devs. So seeing him go Balam, he's got an awesome alt art though. Anyone in the Discord, go into the one of the alt art channels. He posted his artwork for that. It's really awesome. So I'd almost want to pick Dragonbane on alt art alone, but I think Sagrita is just too consistent, and Xeno knows it. If Xeno loses this match, it's because he got in his own head, and I hope he doesn't. Or because Dragonbane is running some craziness with Albino Novice and able to shoot for 6 wounds in one shot. But hopefully I think Sagrita will be good enough to build up by then. This is definitely an Uber deck, so Balam's going to have problems with Uber. But again, it's Nothrog versus Dwarf, so it would not surprise me if Dragonbane wins this, just for having the altar as a starting character. It's very possible. So Zeno, you're gonna pick you. I think it's an upset pick based on the seedings. It's an upset pick. I think Sagrita being uber enough can do it, but you're gonna lose your army very fast. So it's gonna be, don't make him Stormy. So funny. But let's go with Sagrita. Let's see what we got here. Next up, Dire Scrub. Why do you do this to yourself? Dire Scrub is running Regin. The worst possible warlord in existence. You could have run... I can't even remember that Frost Giant's name. Was it Call of Clan Hell or something like that? That guy. He's new, leave him alone. He is new. He is the number one seed in Pod Ancients, alright? Donner of Clan Hell, that's it. He is the number one seed in Pod Ancients. He is not a Dire Scrub. He is not a new player anymore. Get out of here. He is trying Regin just because he's probably heard me talking shit about it. Or other people echoing my hatred for Regin. And he's going up against Temperance with Alisara. I think this is really bad news for Regin. So with Temperance, you see Alisara, you're like, oh, he's going to be a Supremacist drop deck. But the runner is Temperance. Temperance doesn't play those kind of decks. Temperance doesn't play like here's a deck that everybody kind of expects, and I'm just going to draw my cards, put them on the table, and win. Temperance likes a lot of flair in his decks. Last year he ran Anton and ran it as a Blitz wizard with some good old hero synergy with the wizards. So I'm expecting this Alisara deck to be a toolbox meta version where you look at your opponent and be like, all right, which character do I need in this matchup? Let me pull that out first turn. And if that's the case, and if he has a Regent, the level 3 Free Kingdoms trader that says players cannot draw cards, if he has that in his deck, this match is over first action. 2-0, that's it. So because I think the Discord channel, I know the Jersey chat, a lot of us have joked about it. I have actually built a version of Alisara that does that. Let's do a toolbox, run one of every character that you just decide, oh, Philgia stops all these Serene decks, Regent just stops all these draw decks. You can even pull out Barrage, you can pull out all these kind of weird, crazy things of what you need in that certain situation. So it could be that. Even if it's actually just standard Alisara who relies on a lot of card draw to fish out and drop dragons, I don't think Regin can kill a dragon. I don't think Regin can kill a Supremacist. He can draw his whole deck turn 1 and it would not be enough. I do not think that. I've seen Bobby play against Celtic, and Regin drew 17 cards with its react turn 1. So 22 cards total. And it's still lost. And I think Bobby was just running Stonefist. It's just a regular la-di-da Stonefist. So Dire Scrub, I hope you do well with Beastmaster. And I'm very proud of you for going 5-0 in Swiss with it. You didn't even draw the last round. You were like, I'm going to play Rain. I'm going to beat his ass. I love you for that. But you were running a Warlord that is absolute garbage. Temperance is not. So Temperance is going to get the W here. And that is round 1 of the Northeast. So then we got Trevor versus Raziel. This could be very fun. If Wes doesn't need really any movement, he can just kind of move to the front. But he needs to get a Farglass on right away. Raziel can potentially rip it out. Raziel ripping out cards really hurts these Silver Bullet type decks. It's just a matter of if this Raziel build will have enough. This West guy sounds cool. Get out of here. So we got. It's really good. West can get a Farglass on, and then that's enough because then it's just Bachbao, move Trevor to 2, spin forward, take my order. Pass mark, that's not even enough. So Raziel will probably see a turn 2, unless Wes is able to get lucky with the cards that get ripped out of it from Raziel. But Trevor, I think, is the better character choice. Trevor doesn't have that much skill, if I remember correctly. Where does he have? 8 skill or 6 skill? I think he has 6 skill. He's got 8? Oh, it's the opposite. Ugh. Okay, that's pretty good. So Devour Mental Assault's going to be fine. Sounds hunky. There you go. I mean, hey, maybe a Vivian just kind of goes up and passes Marksmanship extra wound, 2 wounds, and gives Trevor a taste of his own medicine. Could be that. But, oh, this is tough because I don't think Raziel will have enough gas after stopping Wes's turn 1 combo to then turn around and have enough offense to kill him before he draws more cards, which could be, you know, it could be a strain the shot. It could be lucky shot. It could be all of that. And then Raziel just dies. It's really tough. Kind of like Raziel, but I can see Wes like bullshitting the win here. Get out of here. So, I don't like this. I kind of want to pick the thing, but let's pick Wes anyway. Let's go for it. I think it's going to be a 2-1. I think Wes will pull it out. I think the thing will get at least one game off where he just rips off every useful card out of Wes's deck, and then it's just kind of like, uh-oh, what happens here? But it's, to do that multiple times in a match, I just don't think it's going to be enough here. I think Trevor's got enough on the board to win. So let's go with that. Then we got Sagrita versus Alisara. What kind of BS is Temperance running? that is the key here. I really don't know. Like, if I'm assuming it's, you know, it could be, again, if it's Supremacist, then Sagrita can kill a Supremacist. I think I've seen that happen. Kind of want to pick Xeno here. But, oh man. They're going to play one game, whatever it is. And like, Temperance is a very methodical player, so he'll kind of like think out his moves anyway, and like, that'll be it. Get out of here, Wes. We already know it's you. We've just been playing along. Who else would have a first-time comment? Come on. But anyway, Temperance. God, I can't predict what you're gonna do. That's the problem here. Xeno, I know what you're gonna do.
Hat with a big bloody stupid curse on it.
Mother, get out of here. Which hat are we going with? Okay, we're going with this one. I think this is very classy. Let's class up the joint just a little bit. I really want to pick Temperance here. I don't know what he's running. I swear, Temperance, I'm gonna pick you for the variable of the unknown, where I think you can just go like, you know, I have this crazy build with Alisara, and I just happen to have the answer to stop Uber decks like Sagrita, and just like, boom, encumbered, boom, entangled, or some kind of weird, crazy thing like that. I'm going to just bank on that, and I'm going to be very disappointed if you're like, yeah, I'm just doing a Supremacist drop. I'm like, come on. But I'm going to pick Temperance. I think this will be fun, though. But, like, it would not surprise me if Xeno with Sagrita could beat Alisara Dragon Drop. I could see it. But I'm not sure I should say what's an Alisara. All right, fine. Keep your secrets there. But I'm gonna pick you based on some craziness. I think I picked you last time or two. I don't know. I really like the decks you build. I like your play style. I'm a fan, Temperance. I just am. Let's go down. And you're like so mellow. I cannot do that. I just admire you in every single way possible. It's like bad things happen and you're like, oh, that's unfortunate. Just keep going. Meanwhile, I'm like, motherfucker. So, I think I just have respect for my antecedent. But let's go down to the southeast region. There we go. We got there. I had to remember my compass there. Wes, who the hell is Dr. Travel? He is gone. He is no longer a traveler. He is just the travel itself. Oh, I love it. But Dr. Traveler, Free Kingdom's loyalist, not betraying his Free Kingdom faithfulness. Running his Jackie deck, which we've seen him play on stream. He is playing against the 7 seed Kamikaze, who's running Uriel. Like, I mean, again, Chase runs, speaking of Free Kingdoms, like this is some freak on freak action. Uriel is probably, again, like what else could you really do with Uriel other than just try and go the long way and hammer toss and kill a Jackie. Jackie's probably the better deck though. It depends on Dr. Travel could be like a hero right now and just do that. I do think Chase is, you know, he's more familiar with all these Free Kingdoms. He's played every single one of them a bunch of times. So I think he's got the better experience. I don't know if I'm going to say he's the better player. But Dr. Traveler plays for fun, for sure. He's a veteran, too. He's probably played longer than Chase. But Chase somehow finds a way to win. Despite his rolls, despite making some really bad mistakes, despite forgetting how cards work sometimes, Chase usually finds a way. So I'm going to pick him to find a way with Uriel in round 1. We'll see if I keep that faith in Chase going forward. But Uriel is an interesting pick. I think this is another one of those, like, yeah, I want my games over real quick. Either way. So let's go with Uriel. Then we got, man, these Free Kingdoms. Good old Forge Cake is in like the Free Kingdom gauntlet over here. Elvern the Hero, good old AJ. He is running EM the Unsullied, the 23 seed, going up against the 10 seed Dwarven Overlord Forge Cake Stonefist. So this is really bad for EM. EM's going to go to the front rank, and Stonefist is going to be there, and all he has to do is kind of hit him once and watch EM pop like a grape. At Strategic, we saw EM really destroy a lot of dwarves, but I don't know. I know Bobby's deck, and I know it's pretty good, and I know AJ, he's going to run Dragonkin in his EM deck, so... Or this EM deck is just Chase's, and then he's like, oh, Chase, send me this list. I really want to play EM. It'll be funny. And then he gets paired against Bobby. It's like, oh, EM killing dwarves. I love this. So, this deck is not good. I don't know that. Oh, wait, actually, I do know that. And I know you were making some questionable decisions with this, but it's still Stonefist. So, I think Stonefist going up against anybody who's going to run to the front in a hurry like EM is usually a positive matchup. So I think Bobby will take this one. Break those brackets, Bobby. Let's see. Boom. Bobby will get this W. Going down. Good old Gracchus running Slayer the Unkind. Oh boy. Going up against Jackal. Running Morgan. Which Morgan is this? Is it Dithanis or the Unliving? I don't know. Not, it just says Morgan. It could be Morgan, the Dragon Lord. That would be cheating, and then Gracchus would just get an auto win. Very close seeds here, 15 and 18. Jackal probably playing. It's the Unliving. Okay. Yeah, Undying, whatever. Who's the Undying? Kiar the Undying. Yeah. He's Unliving because he's undead. But we need something different, so we use synonyms. Alright, so Morgan probably running just Necro Elf Blitz. That's definitely more reliable than whatever kookiness that Gracchus has for Slayer the Unkind. Slayer is just essentially a Spell Blitz wizard. I don't think he would run Slayer like he would Emperor, which is a lot more solid. Slayer, I think he'd probably go like some kind of aggro jank. And even if he does that and forces Morgan to the front, Morgan is a problem in the front. So I think Jackal gets the W here. I think, even though I like Slayer better just for flavor, I do think Jackal is going to beat Gracchus because elves are good. So, oh, look at that. I don't even have to talk much about this last one. The number 2 seed overall, good old Celtic. He's running for Traka. He's running for Traka with only 1 incentives, though. He'll complain about this every time. Look at Graham. Graham's got the scouting report on every single deck out of here. Look at this. Gracchus will Gracchus. Yes, that is the correct the correct synopsis there. But Celtic will beat the bye. We don't have to worry about that. So let's now... Oop, going too far up. Wait, did I pick... I went down to the south. I didn't even pick the winner of Wes and Temp. Temperance, do you run like Bodyguard? That'd be really good. If you run like Will-O-Wisp and like Philgia, that's also good. But nah, Wes can stealth in. Valisara gets the one of improved invisibility. That's really good. And then Wes just kind of sits there forever. Unless Wes got like precision in there. I feel like I've seen Wes play against an Alisar deck with Trevor. But Vika, oh, now you're talking. That's also a problem. Yeah, exactly. Alisar could fish that out. Yeah, whatever. I like picking Temperance, right? Let's pick Temperance. Let's see what we got. Bam. All right, cool. Got that out of the way. Back over here into the southeast over here. Uriel versus Stonefist. Look at this. Uriel actually needs an extra wound in order to kill this Warlord. And some, like, ways to stop healing. So, I think it's a very bad matchup for Uriel. I think this Stonefist deck will win. And when Bobby loses round 1, we're all going to be upset. Fatraka versus Morgan. Elves versus Nothrogs. Celtic's not going to have any of his incentives, so he can lose. He could lose. That's about right, Sanji. I think we're going to pick Celtic here. He knows his Fatraka deck. I really don't know what Jackal is running with Morgan. It could just be Elf Spell Blitz, at which point Celtic knows how to play against it, but fair warning, Jackal, if Celtic tries to dust when you have Staff of Secrets, don't let him take it back. Just take my word on that. And then, last but not least, we got Bobby versus Celtic. I think Celtic just trucks him because it's Fatraka against a Dwarf. That's very bad. I was about to pick Wild Bill to upset Midge because of that, so Celtic definitely going to upset Bobby over that one. Sorry, Bobby. I think Celtic's got a pretty easy route to the Final Four here. It'd be interesting to see what Jackal puts up against him. Even if it's Slayer, it's like, eesh. If Fatraka goes up against Uriel, even then that's bad news bears for Uriel. Fatraka against Jackie, that'd be a fairer matchup. Dr. Travel, not Dr. Traveler. You need to make a run, and you'll be good. Yeah, Ian would be dead. Like this draw very much favors Celtic, I would say. I don't think there's any bad matchups for Fatraka here. So let's go for it. So Celtic will be in the Final Four. So what do we have here? My Final Four. I got myself. I got Celtic. I got Graham. I got Temperance. 2 Mercs. 3 Mercs and an Off-Rock. Oh boy. Wow. Going real heavy on the Mercs here. At least it's different Warlords. So that's good. Let's start with myself versus Graham. Dorath versus Tavis. So we're probably running very similar character bases except for like 2 cards. So that's bad. Tavis has like cleric stuff. I have like wizard stuff. That's really about it. My Wrath will probably help against his army. Tavis can pivot game 2 to Wraths as well, but then he wouldn't have any of his puppers, so there's also that. Could be a really rough matchup for Dorath, right? I think it could be. They're very similar, like these mercenary support warlord decks with like aggression over here. Wish I remember what was in my deck. Hold on, let me check it out. Do I have answers for Tavis in this deck? I might. Bear with me for a second, folks. Okay, that's pretty good. I mean, that won't matter. That won't matter. I mean, he can Mass Blessing better than me. I can Paradigm Shift him. That'll be fun. Ugh. I don't know. That's rough. I have never lost to anything planar. That's got to be incorrect, right? Wait, hold on. No. You lost to my Adarami, and there was a Jackals in it. You lost to my Sengakish. There was a Jackals in it. So that's planar. So I'm sorry. That is factually incorrect. Graham can't roll evens. I really don't want to pick Graham. I'm sorry, Graham. I really don't. I feel like Tavis is just better. I hope I'm wrong. Because I like winning. But let's pick Graham. Because sweaty, try hard Tavis, and I'm like 2-6 lifetime against Graham. Then Alisara versus Fatraka. I don't know if Alisara has got something to stop this Fatraka deck. Man, I went chalk with this. Oh, it's going to be 1 and 2. That's lame. I should have picked something spicy. Yo, Godino, I might just undo this and make you my make you my champ, just because. It's Nemesis versus Tavis. Let's go. Damn, I really should just change that up. If I'm being serious here, okay, I do think Fatraka is going to beat Alisara. Unless it is random drag and drop, I don't know. But I think Celtic, he's going to complain that Fatraka is not good enough, but then it is. And then, I mean, he won last year with Koryo's Bodak. So I think he just has the easiest route to the finals. I think Fatraka is going to beat Tavis in the finals. I think Celtic is the safest pick here. The dude likes playing all the time. What? What does that mean? I think I really do. I do think he has the easiest. Gunda beats Stygian Tavis. Yes, exactly. I think he just goes incentives and you lose. So I think Fatraka is going to beat Tavis. Let's go with that. But he'll complain a lot, say it's a bad matchup, and then pull it off. So Boss is going to take it. I'm going to pick Celtic to repeat as champ. If I wanted to go spicy, like this is what I think chalk wise. Like if everyone's like, what does chalk mean? It is a term in the NCAA tournament brackets where you pick all the top seeds to win. So the fact that I kind of came out as like 1 and 2, being that, and win initiative, hit Wrath, you roll a 2, and the Ray Strike Gunda hits easy. See, Celtics already got the plan drawn up. Get out of here. He'll draw his 1 of incentives, and like that's the end of this. But if I really wanted to go like a spicy one, I'd pick Godino. Because I think Nemesis could beat Tavis. And then Nemesis versus Fatraka. But I'll stick with this. I'm not going to do that. I hate that I have 1 and 2, so I have to pick at least some upset here. So let's pick Celtic to go and get the W. I do think, again, him and obviously by having the bye, but even that, just like the draw, the way it worked out, like, again, there's nothing that's going to stop Celtic, I don't think. Jackal, please take his ass out in round 2 and make me look really stupid. But I don't think you are. I think Celtics will walk to the finals. Temperance, or whoever wins that. Fatraka versus Wes. That'd be interesting. Because Wes going to need 4 wounds. And then otherwise, Fatraka's going to be like, take 3, I react and live. And then here's a big old Nothrog in your face. So, I'm going to fuck him up now. I mean, go for it, Bobby. I believe in you. What, you're mad that I picked him? Who'd you want to pick? Who'd you want me to pick, Bobby? You want to make it me and you in the finals? No, you don't. Get out of here. This means I'm losing this. Yeah, I don't think so. Like, I'm sorry. No, I'm mad that you're saying it is easy, though, Bobby. Like, it doesn't matter how good of a player you are. Like, it doesn't matter how good of a player all these folks are. Like, matchup-wise, I think Fatraka he's really well positioned. Like, look at this bracket. Any one of these a bad matchup for Fatraka? Like, I don't see it. Morgan? What's Morgan doing? 1 wound a shot with spell blitz? He's fine. Slayer? Who knows what the fuck Gracchus is doing? It could be anything. Maybe Gracchus pulls out some craziness and gets it. You're Stonefist. You do multi-wounding, and he's got the altar. You better kill that altar, otherwise you're just dead. And you're dead fast. Ian the Unsullied walking right into Fatraka. He's dead fast. Jackie? Cool. Jackie can do some cool tricks. Shoot around. Kill Peyton with a Farglass and the +9 could kill Fatraka and then just not have to worry about it. Uriel, maybe he does some stupid stuff, but you know, a Gunda or like a Senorus just punches him and he dies. Like, Traka hasn't even made the cut with Traka since incentives was restricted. Too many children will take all your mojo. Oh boy. Didn't he make Worlds? I don't know what he was running in Worlds. But yeah, no. Now, that was 2 years ago, Bobby. That was the year he won. And then we restricted incentives a few months later. But, okay, cool. Then you know what? If all you were saying that I'm wrong for picking Celtic here, good. Then I didn't pick a predictable bracket. I like that. But Graham's got a pretty easy route to the finals over here, too. Let's take a look. I mean, he's got a lot. There's a lot more spice on his side of the bracket. And like, it just could be really, really, really bad. I would love to see Graham versus Rain. I just don't think Rain has a very good path to get through. Again, like, whoever wins this Midge Woodrow is pretty well positioned here. I think Midge, you know, this could be a mistake, picking Midge twice with a deck that I don't think he knows how to play. But, you know, he might prove me wrong. Midge and Sanji said, yeah, Sanji does suck. I got Bobby winning it all. I hope Chris gets fired up enough to make his try hard. There you go. But, you know, I mean, this part over here, like, again, Hate versus Tavis. If Graham's got Bodyguard, this game's over. Or just destroys his army and this is over. If Sanji proves me wrong and beats Graham, it'll be a celebration. I think everybody would celebrate, except for maybe Graham. Graham would be really upset. He'd like, guys, I'm going to take a week off of Discord. I'll be back. But yeah, I think just taking the two people with the highest odds here. I'm taking Temperance to the top 4 just because, again, I am a fan of Temperance's builds. I think he's got something really cool, and he's playing against Regin, so he has a bye. Sorry, Dire Scrub. It's not because of you. It's because of your Warlord. Yeah, this I would say is the most intriguing bracket, the Northeast one. Like, all of these, except for Regin, all of these Warlords are really cool against each other. I think this is nice. What's my side of the bracket again? I mean, you get some pretty cool early games. Nemesis and Zod, Dorath versus Raziel, Tarek. Come on, I mean, this will be a fun region, but I do think the most intriguing region is the Northeast over here. So this is what you watch. But is Graham mad at me? Why would Graham be mad at you? Nope. But so there we go. Those are my picks. Celtic to repeat as champs because I am picking very vanilla over here. But that's what I got. So again, as the boilerplate for the beginning of this is my opinion based off of my analysis. I gave reasons on why I picked this. Do not be offended. If you are offended, too bad. I apologize, but I don't. This is all for fun. I love you all. But this is just gotta analyze this and pick who I think the winner is. And I hope that, hey, there was a lot of upsets last year. I did not even come close to the top for the bracket game last year. So who knows? But what do I know, right? I don't know anything. I think I picked against myself, though. I think I had myself losing round 2. If I remember correctly. I think I had myself going first and then I undid it. I had myself winning the whole thing and then I was like, undo. I was going to gift subs until you picked Iceman. Oh, you hurt my soul. I know. I know. I don't know what you got with Ravenous, bud. That's what it is. I really don't. I can't. I just looking at the Warlord itself, I just don't have enough confidence in it against Kira. If you like Bachbao's Charm, go to the front, stealth in, and murder Kira, I will fucking love it. I will absolutely love it. And I hope you do. And I hope you prove me wrong. So let's see. Yeah, but you're the humble kind of person who would do that. You would be like, yeah, I'm going to pick my opponent. You know, I don't want to be too cocky. I want to be very modest. You know, I'm the asshole. Like, I'll fuck you all up. So, like, I don't give a shit. I was trying to figure out a way on how I could say I could beat Tavis, but Tavis literally just does everything that I would do, except I have healing, and I roll +3 on all my die rolls. So, that's the only reason I can't pick that. And because Graham keeps beating me. I don't like that. But hey, we got 1 down. We get 2 more. That's 2 in a row. Then we get 3. That's called a winning streak. I don't think anyone knows that reference. Hopefully someone knows that reference. Different sport though. But anyway, guys, that'll do it. Let's move to the giveaway. What do we got cooking for the giveaway? So we're just going to give it away to the audience members. We're going to do 2 spins of the Wheel of Woodrow for the audience members. So if you're in chat and you have not said anything yet because you're sitting there like, what is this asshole doing? What is he talking about? Just like Resto. Resto's been quiet this whole stream. He's all of a sudden like, wait a minute, there's free shit. I'm going to go in here and try and grab it. There you go, Resto. No one let you know that I was live. That's the problem. But all you have to do is make a comment in chat and you are eligible for this little raffle here. We'll get you a spin. There's some fun stuff on the wheel. You got fumbles, which are not fun for you. Everything else is pretty fun. We still got packs of black knives that hopefully we're cracking today. Maybe we get the loot box. Look at that. It's on loot already. That was my little practice spin. Before I walked away, I just wanted to make sure that everything looked good in the camera, and I spun it, landed on loot. So we're not going to land on loot again, probably. That's just how it goes. But let me get Nightbot up and running. Please work. There we go. If you see your name on this list, you're good. If you don't see your name on this list, please say something in chat. And with that, let's roll up the first one. Who gets the first spin? Xenomorph gets this first spin. Here we go. So, if you want a chance for the second spin, just say something. But we're going to get the Xeno spin now. So, Nightbot, go away. And I got no co-commentator here to dictate how hard of a spin we got. So I'm just going to keep going until it feels right. And then eventually I just kind of stop. And then we let it go. And let's see what we got. First he wins the giveaway, then he wins the bracket. Look at that. Are you fucking kidding me right there? Get the fuck out of here. Why do we keep rolling the Warlord so much? I should have just let all of my opponents just pick my Warlords every tournament now. Oh boy. Let's get that second checkbox up. You know, it's like nobody was rolling this a lot. So I was like, hey, every third roll, we'll get this. This is happening way too often. Alrighty. Well, let's start cracking. How long ago did Iceman pick this? Round 2 of pods is when he got Dorath. So we're already 2 in, and that was 2 streams ago, 3 streams ago. Come on, you're killing me here. But the good part is you get a free Warlord. So I think I'm already in debt to you, Xeno, if I'm not mistaken. Boom. All right, chat. Give me a percentage, 0 to 100. Where are we cutting this stack? And then we're going to go eventually find his Warlord here. 13%. So 13% is, boom, 13%. Cut. No, that is not. Get out of here. Xeno, if you're still in chat, give me a number of how many cards down you want until you get to your Warlord. 40? All right, well, you're 40%, but like how many cards down? Now we got 13. Was a cut. 420. There's not that many cards here. Get out of here. Can't blaze it. He probably could in well, actually, we can in New Jersey. He can in Montreal. But Zeno, how many cards down? You said 40%, but I want to give you a chance to cut it again, 40%. Oh, I hate latency here. Just how many cards down? That's all you got to tell me. 12. There we go. All right, so the 12th card is going to be your Warlord. So let's see the ones. Oh, let me get this mic a little closer. Let's see the ones that you have passed on. There's 1. There's 2. There's 3. There's 4. There's 5. There's 6. 7. 8. 9. 10. 11. So some pretty good ones in there. That's no dwarves, right? Just Priam. We got a horse-faced Priam in there, but we passed up on him. But otherwise, not too many dwarves. But this is the one you got, so the 12th one down. Let's see what we have for you. What Warlord have you won? Chicka-pow. You have won a Savone Ashen Storm from Epic Edition. You would probably not play her. But why is there a glare here? Get out of here, glare. There we go. Good old Savone. We like Savone. She is a good aligned Nothrog Wizard, level 5. She has Power Tech +4. She's a Siege Master and a Fire Giant. She got 1 strike at +7. Mighty 12 AC, 9 skill. Almost as much skill as her AC. 3 HP. Your Siege character's melee strikes inflict an additional wound. If any opposing Warlord is spent, your Siege character's range strikes may go an additional rank. So she's a very glass cannon-y Warlord. But good old Epic Edition. I like the original Savone art, but this one's okay. I'll trade you for old Horseface. Damn. I bet you would. I bet you would. I don't know if that's how this works. Chat, what do you think? Do we make exceptions here? Do we make exceptions and give him old Horseface? Or do you all want Horseface still in here so that you guys can get it? Well, this Horseface is pretty beat up. So whoever used this... this might be my old Priam. Because it's got like nicks on the top. Like I bought a collection a couple years ago. Shout out Winter, thank you. I don't know if this was Winter's old Priam. I don't think Winter liked dwarves, so. But, alright, fine. We'll give you the Horseface. Let's just do it. Only because I like the Horseface. We'll make it happen. See, I am a man of the people here. That was rigged, though. This is the appropriate time to do the rigged alert if you really want to. But we're going to give you the Priam. Alright, let's get the wheel back in on the shot. Is it aligned right? Okay, cool. Wow. Oh man, why am I stopping near that Warlord thing? Thank you, Burnout.
Rigged.
There we go. Alright, so second one coming. Where is Nightbot? And here's the list. You see your name on here, you're good to go. If not, you got maybe a few seconds. Just punch the keyboard, hit enter. And that would be it. So, let's see what we got. The winner is Burnout. Look at this. Zeno and Burnout. Upstate New York is just dominating. Or they would say Central New York. I don't know. You're all upstate. You're north of Poughkeepsie. You're upstate. That's just how it goes. I just offended both of you there. Let's get rid of Nightbot. Apparently I offended Bobby too. Alrighty, let's see. I'm gonna keep on spinning here. Please don't get another Warlord. Burnout would pick at least a mercenary for me. But let's see. Where are we going? Loot box is still up there. Or we could just actually open a pack of black knives. That'd be cool too. What do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Oh, let's go. We have found the 8th member of Team Loot Box. So that means we are good. Yeah, I picked Richard. Oh, man. Look at that. All right, let me figure out. Why is the Loot Box text? So there we go, folks. I think then on the very next stream, I will roll to see who wins the loot box. I'm just trying to edit this. This is, I swear, this is like high production value. Burnout now has 2 shots. So him and Rodrigo are on here. So, gotta see. Got a 1 in 4 shot at winning this loot box. Rodrigo's been in a slump lately. He wins a lot on the Nightbot roll. And early on he was crushing it. But I think his last 3 have been complete whiffs. So, gotta see how that's gonna roll. But I'll do that spin for the loot box during my top 8 matchup, whenever that might be. So stay tuned for that. Look at that. We didn't even have to open any packs because you all keep landing on the oranges. What the hell? I gotta fix this wheel. Gotta see what's going on. This wheel might be rigged. I don't know, guys. But that will do it for the giveaway. So I'd like to thank everybody who came, hung out in chat. Definitely appreciate it. Thank you to Ollie who subbed while my stream was on and then didn't say a word and left promptly. He's like, I just wanted to give you the sub. I didn't want to actually hear you talk. So I love that. Thank you, Ollie. Appreciate that. Thank you, everybody who came, hung out in chat. Always fun. Thank you to everybody who participated in the March Madness tournament and is a good sport about who we pick or can use my words to motivate themselves to achieve greatness. So I very much appreciate that. Shout out to Wes for organizing everything because he likes it when I say his name on here. I'm very proud of him that he was able to find a way to get onto Twitch, so that's great. And I would like to thank Burnout for those 5 gifted subs that he has given me. See, this is it's like I picked against you, then the wheel picked you, and then you're like, all right, all is fair. We can donate 5 subs. So thank you very much for that, Burnout. Really appreciate that. May that bring you good luck in the loot box.
It is cool, I think.
Oh, and you're taking a hat off? Now we're talking. Special shout out to the St. Peter's Peacocks. They're going to beat... I hope nobody's a Tennessee fan because they're going to beat them. I remember 2 years ago, was it? Yeah, 2 years ago. Good old Chase talking shit in Discord, being like, oh, who the Wildcats playing? Some random team from Jersey? Oh, this is going to be easy. He went all the way to that game and he witnessed St. Peter's beating Kentucky. And then they didn't stop with the win in there. They kept going. So let's see if the boys from Jersey City still got more fight in them and they can beat Tennessee. See, look at this. I talked about the actual March Madness bracket here. But that'll do it, guys. We will see you. Round 1 will begin on Thursday. I'll let you know when I'm going to be playing my round 1 game, Dorath versus Tarek against Ed. We'll let you all know, and I'll be sure to stream that if I can. Which I should be able to as long as he wants to play. Because he had fun on here last time, so we should be able to do that. Also, stay tuned for my top 8 matchup. That's right, Ferris Bachman is in top 8 of pods. So we will see how that goes. I think my opponent is Dragonbane. But pretty sure on that. I got to double check how that worked out. I know I was doing some crazy mathematics to kind of see if drawing with me and Midge would be okay for both of us, and Midge was fine being in a playing round, and then he got a free win from Woodrow anyway, so the playing round did not matter. So it worked out for both of us. But either way, I'll stay tuned for that one, guys. So until then, take it easy and have a good one. Bye-bye.